And of course that star had to burn up in the lava. I went back into the nether, got 3 more wither skulls, and respawned the wither. This time I did it right. I didn't have to lift a finger. And there we go. Now I have my next beacon. Today I have a big build to do. There's a cliff that needs to be built, and I've been gathering all the resources that are needed for it off camera. And it's all set up. This cliff is, well, the side of the cliff from within my base will be built, and there should be a wall for it. I'm gonna get into that like right now. First step would be to clear the whole area out. This kind of took a really long time. I've been putting off for quite some time. But today I had gotten it done after getting that new beacon. It was a lot more quicker. Of course, it did drain a lot of durability on my tools. Thankfully, I have this silverfish XP farm. There's still a lot more to clear, but I eventually got it all done and it was all settled. And soon I was able to get into building. This build took me over the course of a week to get done. Roughly about a week, maybe a little less. Maybe half of it was about gathering all the materials that were needed. The other half was the actual building and obviously clearing out the path. And then right here, I built the wall, and then after I finished building the wall, I began to test out some of the new terrain that would go up along it. I had built the wall on this nice good curve, and right here I began building up that tower on that angle. And then on the other side, I began working on the terrain that will be sloping up along the wall, going up the, the little mountain there. And then on the other side, I'll be matching the terrain to go along with that terrain on that side that I'm working on right now. While building, I ended up realizing I was out of totems of undying, and I decided to go and restock. So I AFK'd our Omnis bottle farm, got enough bottles to get myself a full shulk box and then some. I then went and gave some over to one of the other players on the server because they also too needed a restock on some totems so they could have some backups. I then had to go on a trip to locate our witch farm because we forgot the location of where that was. But I'm the one who built it, so I remember the location of it, like the general location, and so I flew there, and then I did eventually find it. Then I was able to relay those cords over to the player who then needed to use the farm. Then shortly right after, I went straight back to working on the terrain, the little cliff that will be going up alongside this wall to match the slope of grass on the other side. And then when I made sure that that slope was good enough, that little thing right there, that line was good enough, I then began to fill it all in. And I had decided to use tough, specifically mainly so it can contrast so the darker colors can contrast the lighter colors that were behind it. So it wasn't just all straight up stone and everything was just blending in. And then I used a mix of coarse dirt and rooted dirt and other grass blocks and a bunch of foliage to spruce it up and make it look less only tough. I had cleared out the starter base, the surface part of my starter base, because I had a better idea of what I wanted to put there. And then after all that, I went over to what I had already built for the cliff and started tearing it down so I could make more, so I could actually finish it properly and do what I started doing on the other side. And with that, the entire bottom portion of the cliff is now complete. Looking at it from this angle, it looks almost perfect, but yet it is unfinished. I still have another part of it to complete up at the top, which I will be completing before the end of this video. I plan on having the just stone up at the top with grass in between, as if like it's a little bit more smoother and rolled up to the top. And of course, after cleaning up my entire shulker box mess, there is a lot to sort through and put away. But besides that, The build is looking great, and I am going to have to build a new sorting system because the one that I currently have is too slow, in my opinion, and that's the copper golem sorter down below. But it may do. It may do for the beginning, but and now since I'm starting to do bigger builds and have more materials, I'm going to be needing a bigger sorting system that's going to be able to sort through everything a lot quicker than the copper column sorter down below. But with that, I might as well get going and complete the rest of this cliff here. And there we go. That should be it for the build today. The cliff is done. I'll be finishing up that wall and the tower right over there in another video, and I'll be redoing the build that was right there in front of me also in another video. Definitely will probably work on a new storage system in the next video, mainly because I'm gonna heavily really need it to easily sort through all these items and blocks and stuff like that. But this should be it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys have a good day. If you guys did like the video, please leave a like and make sure to subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.